All right, let's see. Whoa, 6 wins in a row, huh? Look at you. Get in there, big fella. Have a great time. All right, Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see. Nice win against the Nuggets. Giannis, Dame. Yeah, I head on in. Yes, great. Hey, well, what's this? Loss to the Memphis Grizzlies? Seriously? Oh no, that was just a misunderstanding. I think John Morant had like 45 points in that game, so that's Ja's been out for months. That's not. Has he? I think Bane might have hit 12 threes. I think that's the problem, was Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's also been out for. What the fuck is this? You lost to Trey Jemison, Jacob Gilyard, GG Jackson, Zaire Williams. They said that he sucks and should be out of the league. No. Yeah, you're not getting in here, pal.
Yeah, no, totally.
Get the hell out.
No.
Go away. Get out of here.
Yeah, completely get it.
And never come back.
Yeah, no, true.
Never show your face.
True.
You understand?
That's right. Yeah.
You understand me?
Totally understand.
All right, the Milwaukee Bucks close out the pre-All-Star break with an embarrassing loss against the incredibly shorthanded Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, the Grizzlies have been dealing with injuries all season, but last night was just something else. But they still managed to defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 113-110. Doc Rivers now 3-7 as the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Guess what? He's coaching the Eastern Conference All-Stars this weekend. That's right. He really deserves that one. And as easy as it is to shit on Doc Rivers, the reality of the situation at hand is Damian Lillard has been bad. Like, he just has. He just hasn't been very good. They traded for him to be a star-level player next to Giannis, and he hasn't even been there. I know he's starting the All-Star game on Sunday night. He had a better case to miss the All-Star game entirely than he did to start in it. So that's a fraud. But I'm not here to talk about the Bucks, because you can talk about the Bucks ad nauseum. I'm actually here to talk about the Grizzlies. After last night's win, they are now 20-36. They just recently came off of a 9-game losing streak. So we all know this has been the season from hell for Memphis. It happens to one team a year. One team either gets incredibly injured or things just don't shape out how they were supposed to, i.e. the Dallas Mavericks last year. And it just ends up being a lost season for one reason or another. And of course, this year for the Grizzlies, Ja Morant's played in 9 games. Desmond Bane has only played in 37. Marcus Smart hasn't played since January 9th. Brandon Clark hasn't played all season. They traded away Steven Adams midseason. He hadn't played all season. Season. Why do I say season so much? Why? Is that like a nervous tick? Season. But their season from hell, I think, is ultimately going to be better for them in the long run. Of course, they're going to end up getting a high lottery pick in the upcoming draft, and it's not necessarily the strongest draft, but a lot of smart people say that there's really solid role players in there, so that could be nice for this Grizzlies team. But the ascension of 2 young players, 2 second-round picks in Vince Williams Jr. and GG Jackson, I think has dramatically changed the outlook of their franchise. Vince Williams Jr. just had a great game against Milwaukee, just recently signed a brand new contract, 4 years, $9 million, so cost control for the Memphis Grizzlies over the next 4 years. He is constantly guarding the opposing team's toughest assignments. He does a great job. One of the better defenders in the league, one of the better perimeter defenders in the league. And heading into the last 2 weeks, he had 1 career game with 7 assists heading into last Thursday. He now has 6. 7 or more assists in each of his last 5 games. That's something that wouldn't happen, right? A guy like Vince Williams Jr. developing on-ball talent and playmaking talent just simply wouldn't happen if the Memphis Grizzlies were healthy. And the fact that he's been able to develop that is going to help tremendously whenever he, falls into more of a role player role next season. And GG Jackson, the youngest player in the NBA, just turned 19, was just barely eligible to be drafted last year because of his age. He also just recently signed a contract, 4 years, $8 million. The second youngest player in NBA history to average 10 points per game. And over his last 5, 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, 53% from the field, 50% from deep, 65% true shooting, 1.5 blocks, nearly 1 steal per game. Again, that's kind of the weird beauty of a season from hell, from a lost season. Guys like GG Jackson get opportunities they were never going to get if this team were healthy. And now all of a sudden, the Grizzlies' future outlook looks much different. You have 2 young, affordable wings who are just going to continue to grow and develop next to Ja Morant and Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson. This team's going to be good. I'm sorry, I immediately can't help myself. If you're a coach who's been disappointing every single place that he's been, and you can't make a pairing like this work with a guy like this, Giannis, who I think missed 1 shot 90% from the field in this game, time to hang him up, buddy. Stick to ESPN, okay? One thing I do admire about this young Grizzlies team, we talked about Vince Williams Jr. and GG Jackson playing well. They play hard as shit. They don't care. They're not scared. Are they good? No. On paper, they might have the worst roster in the league, considering all of their injuries currently. But they play hard as shit. Trey Jemison, There's no way you knew who this guy was. And if you say yes, you're either one, a Grizzlies fan, or two, Trey Jamison's mother, or three, lying. I mean, this guy's going at the defensive players of the year. Giannis at DPOY, Brook Lopez second in DPOY. He's going right at him. I think these are the only two makes this guy had. Hey, God bless him, though. His motor's through the roof. One of the more exciting things about G.G. Jackson, great off-ball player, great movement, gets him some great opportunities. And again, that's going to be really big next season when Desmond Bane's hopefully healthy and John Morant's hopefully healthy and back, playing off of guys like that, being able to, do things off the dribble, but also be great moving to open spots and playing off of screens and stuff. And again, this is just a nice job right here. Brings the ball up the floor and just relocates. Smart, headsy play. Misses the shot, but that's good basketball. What we say, Trey Jamison, bring in the energy, that motor, that endless motor. Damian Lillard driving. You don't know who Trey Jamison is? Get serious. Smart slip right here by GG. And a great dump off to Jamison, who misses at the rim. But that's good work right there by GG Jackson. Remember, this is the youngest player in the league, man. This is a heads-up play. Good dump off. Good wraparound. There are moments where it looks like it physically pains Brook Lopez to move. Then he's like, no! Throwing it down. I mean, just imagine being that tall and being able to dunk. Even though, again, it just looks like it looks painful to just move. Great stationary shooter, great catch and shoot guy. Again, these are skills that will be very, very valuable in the future playing alongside Ja Morant and Desmond Bane and whoever else is in the fold moving forward for you. The on-ball stuff that he's developing right now, that's an added luxury to have. This is the type of stuff that'll keep him on the court next to Ja Morant. I love Vince Williams. I love his aggressiveness. He's not scared at all. He's going to put the ball on the deck. Goes right at Pat Connaughton right there. Pat Connaughton is, well, let's just say he's been, just to be as nice as possible, fucking terrible this season. Nice little and one right there by Vince Williams. He's crafty, too. He drew a lot of fouls in this game. How about just a quick trigger three over Giannis? Huh? No lacking of confidence whatsoever. Shot clock winding down. I don't give a shit. I'm shooting a deep three over Giannis. I mean, this kid doesn't care. And at a certain point, you just need guys who don't care. This is just nice. And again, I just want to pause and talk. Just a message to all broadcasting companies. As consumers, I got to say, I speak for all of us, we love this. We want more of this. We want highlights taking up 75% of the screen where we can barely even see the play going on in live time. Please, we want more. We need more. Tough bucket right here by GG Jackson. Good move. Ooh. He's tough, man. This level of shooting will play next to anybody. It will play next to anybody, no matter your age, no matter what you had going on in college. Wasn't he the one with the vape thing? I mean, that was a weird story. This was a bank three. Probably should have been a foul. Nice job of attacking this aggressive closeout and finishing over the shot blocker with the left hand. I mean, that's tough stuff. There's some smart people out there, people way smarter than me, especially when it comes to the draft, in which I might be the dumbest person on earth because I didn't like G.G. Jackson coming out of the draft. Again, I watch highlights and then pretend like I know what I'm talking about. So I might not be the person to listen to, but a lot of smart people who think if G.G. stayed in college or never recommitted at all could possibly be the number one pick in this upcoming draft. That's how talented he is as a player and just had a really, really rough college season that sort of tanked his stock a little bit. But just think about that. This is who we're talking about. It's a nice job just getting into the paint by Vince Williams. Good patience, good fake, and a nice finish. Again, these are skills that I really don't think he would have developed or really had the opportunity to develop if this was a fully healthy Grizzlies team. I can't say I'm ever too sad to see the Bucks lose when this type of grifting is going on. I mean, I'm happy that people are starting to see the light. I've seen a lot of people complain about it. I've been saying for years when he was in Portland, the level of grifting, you would think that Damian Lillard was a conservative pundit. The level of grifting he was reaching. Nice job by Vince Williams getting it out to Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams had a nice game in this one. He's a little bit more up and down, so I'm not entirely sure what his future on this team is, but if he has a nice couple months to close out the season, that could be really big moving forward for him and this Grizzlies team. But nice job getting into the paint, and there's a nice little dump-off pass, ready to shoot. Beautiful little hit-ahead pass right here. Again, this passing ability by Vince Williams Jr., man. That's a great added luxury, a great added benefit to have for this team. I like this shot a lot for Zaire Williams. Can we get this confidence up? Again, a good couple of months to close out the season could be really, really big for him. If this was the first game of basketball you ever watched, you would think Zaire Williams was the greatest player to ever live. Again, the skill and the talent level, you could see why smart people think G.G. Jackson could have been the number 1 overall pick if he never went to the draft last year and stayed this year. Missed the shot, but and he's a big guy. He's a big fella. He's pretty damn big. That's skill. Woo! Zaire Williams, hello? Where the fuck has this been? Hello? I think I can envision a world where G.G. Jackson gets a little bit stronger and it's just an absolute nightmare freight train whenever he gets ahead of steam downhill. Already kind of see glimpses of that at times. Goes right at Bobby Portis. I mean, Bobby Portis isn't the greatest defender. That's not easy. It's not an easy finish right there. Really nice defensive possession here from the Grizzlies as a team. They've been a pretty solid defense all season long, despite their offensive woes and their terrible record. Good blitz right there. Good recovery by G.G. Jackson. And this is just a possession going nowhere. Great job by Zaire Williams. And you live with that shot. Good job. Hey, good work, guys. Please look at this dunk by Giannis. Good God. There we go, Thanasis. Get into it. You know, I'm going to tip my cap to Lamar Stevens here. He was guarding Giannis all night, and you know what? Giannis went off and did his thing. But damn it, Lamar Stevens tried his hardest. There's a big size disadvantage there, and he just kind of got thrown right into the thick of it. But he tried, and I appreciate and applaud that effort. Really nice patience right here by Vince Williams. I mean, this development, this on-ball development and playmaking development has really kind of been shocking to see. Get it to that guy in the corner, G.G. Jackson, knockdown. Again, the youngest player in the league. The Grizzlies are down 1, nationally televised game, 2:48 left. I'm just going to sink this. What ultimately was the go-ahead 3 that put the Grizzlies ahead for good. Ice in his veins at such an age. Look at these rotations. Okay, we got a wallet off for Giannis. There we go. Good job, Santi Aldama. And then a great recovery and rotation out to the corner to block that 3. Great job, Santi Aldama. Greg Anthony, what was he calling him all night? Aldima? Whatever it wasn't right. And then this clusterfuck of a play to end the game. Malik Beasley hit 2 straight threes that made this, what was a 9-point game, into a very, very interesting 3-point game down the stretch. And then this is how, with just a really nice defensive play by Zaire Williams, who gets in front of the screen, turns his hips, forces Dame to go the other way, and then just runs right into Brook Lopez. I mean, great job by this Grizzlies defense. And then, of course, we got the celebration afterwards. Now, I'm not really into anime, so I don't know which one this is. Is this Samurai Jack, I think? Yeah, you got to appreciate the vibes. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, when it comes to Doc Rivers, Milwaukee Bucks fans, there's an old saying in Milwaukee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Milwaukee as well. It says, "Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again." I just read that.